Recording in progress.
This meeting is being...
That doesn't do that normally, does it?
No.
I consent to be recorded. Welcome to the Franklin and Allum show. I'm your host this week, Ben. Coming up on this episode, we are talking our top 3 football kits. I am choosing this week's I Don't Get, and then we are opposite Room 101. I don't know what that last bit's called. So we're doing another thing, but with the movie soundtracks. How's everybody been? What you been doing?
I've been doing a lot, actually.
I haven't been doing very much this
You've
week.
got to start doing something.
But
It's not a lot you can do.
no, I can lie. I can lie.
Lie then.
I've upgraded the Magnum gun on Resident Evil Village, so it's got unlimited ammo now, which makes that very exciting. Just going around one shot, killing everything.
I had a game of Tiger Woods 08 golf on the PlayStation.
08?
Yeah.
I watched 3 movies on Saturday.
What'd you watch?
I watched Enola Holmes.
Huh?
I watched Stir Crazy. And I watched Fighting with a Family.
Oh.
And they were
How was Stir Crazy? How was it revisited?
Do you know what? Actually, it's the blueprint for buddy movies. I didn't realise, it's been years since I'd seen it, and I didn't realise how ripped off that film has been. It's like the blueprint for it. Like Life is basically Stir Crazy. Like the Eddie Murphy movie Life is basically Stir Crazy.
Yeah.
But not as good. I'd forgotten how. I mean, there's some stupid scenes in there that are basically just it could do without. It's just them just absolutely just showing off. But Richard Pryor did like freaking out, like nervous breakdown, like amazingly well. Gene Wilder in that. Gene Wilder is just he's just this beautiful, naive, kind of innocent savant almost. Do you know what I mean? He's amazing in it. He was amazing. There's one bit at the start where Richard Pryor's got like a waiter gig, and he's serving this really posh family like dinner, like at a dinner party. And he goes into the kitchen, and there's confusion. They think his stash is oregano. Obviously, the whole dinner party gets high, right? But there's one joke in there. He's complaining that they've used half his stash. He said, "This shit put Southern California to sleep in '65. There was a revolution in '65. We missed it." So it's just full of great jokes, and there's so many films that have ripped it off. So many things that have ripped it off. It was a really kind of nice thing to see again. You know, very much of its time, but
you will be uncomfortable if you watch Silver Streak again.
Yeah. Of course,
for about 3 or 4 minutes.
Because the blackface stuff, right?
Yeah. But in Stir Crazy, the joke where they wake up in the cell and they're woken up really early. They're kind of fumbling around putting close on.
Oh yeah.
They both put on the same pair of jeans. Oh, I can't feel my leg. That's such a silly.
I like the pillow.
There's just a bit that like the joke with the joke when they get the maniac, they put the maniac in the cell with them, and the guards come back. Crazy Nelson. I didn't realise it was Crazy Nelson.
Oh yeah.
Crazy Nelson's just that great, just a brilliant character actor, isn't he? Every time you see him in something, oh, it's him. It's him. I like him. You know. But it's the reaction of, you know, the joke's coming. You know that they've pacified the maniac.
Yeah.
Right? But when they come down, they're all sort of playing cards, and it's, you're cheating. And he pulls the card out of his boxer shorts, and it's just like. All right.
Yeah.
Football kits. Who wants to go first? I'm going to nominate Kev to go first this week.
Okay.
You got.
So this kit hasn't really changed very much throughout the years, but the image that springs to mind when I think of this kit is a very specific one. I've gone for the Argentina kit.
Nice.
The kind of pale blue, sky blue stripes. Specifically, 1978.
Yeah, Mario Kempes with the long sleeves. Oh, it's so cool.
White short shorts.
Yeah.
Long sleeve.
Yeah.
Blue white stripes top. But the image that kit conjures up is the ticker tape from the crowd. So like the pitch is just littered in that World Cup final. Not only is it a cool kit, and you can always tell the coolest kits, they don't really change.
They're really simple as well, aren't they?
Yeah, like the Brazil kit hasn't ever really changed that much.
Yeah.
Argentina kit hasn't really changed. Italy hasn't really changed that much. The coolest kits don't, so they don't need to.
Yeah.
So I've always thought the Argentina kit is quite nice, but there's something about like the long sleeve top, the short shorts, and a big
man of hair, isn't it?
yeah. Lots of hair. And if I think of that kit, then I think of strikers. And the one thing Argentina has done better than any other nation, strikers. An Argentinian number 10. Whoa.
Yeah.
Iconic. That's my choice.
I think if you can, they're never without a good striker, are they?
No.
It's not like Italy. They've got really good squad, but there's no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They might get one every 10 years.
World class, like top, like the best player in the world. Argentina have always got one of them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's really cool kit, and it's really evocative of like a good Argentina side as well. Like good Argentina side. Was it Germany in 2006? That's a really good team. They played really good football.
So even if you think of Argentina, like just going back to like the big hair thing, like the Argentine players with big hair, you only have to go back sort of 10, 15 years, and even Crespo had quite big hair. Right. Like even 10, 15 years
ago. Oriol Ortega.
Yeah. Batistuta,
Batigol. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
What a player.
What a player. Yeah. Totally.
What are you going for, Dave? That's a really good shout, Kevin. Really
I struggled with this because there's, cool kits. Majority of the Italian ones are awesome. Like the Fiorentina one that had Nintendo on it was really cool. Always like that. But I don't have, other than they're cool, I don't have anything connected to it. So I've gone for the 1990 England kit. Specifically the blue one, but the white one obviously just because that's what they used, that's what they wore when they were playing in that tournament. But for me, it was a simple kit, but it looked really cool when Bernard Sumner wore it in the World in Motion video as well. He wore it so cool. The Wayfarer shades, he looked top. I think it was in black and white though, that section, but you could tell it was the blue one.
Yeah.
It looked really cool. And obviously that's 86 was my first World Cup, but 90 is when I was into football. I got into football in England, but it was a bittersweet tournament, wasn't it? We played okay, pretty decent. Lineker was great. Gazza was great. It's just some really good memories. That Platt goal.
Yeah.
That's why I've gone for that.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. I think I was thinking about England kits recently, like looking back at previous England kits and the current England kit, and they've kind of seemed to have gone away from what they used to be. There used to be a kind of fair bit of blue, or there was more blue in the England kit than there is now. It's kind of veered more towards just the red and white.
Yeah.
But I kind of missed that. Bit of blue in it.
Because it was blue in '96 as well, and that was the iconic one from '96 that everyone.
Yeah, the kind of grey
blue, yeah.
Grey blue.
So it's more blue.
That far. It was that far.
From the end of Gascoigne's boot.
Yeah, man.
Still
exactly. Yeah, it does. It does. But there you go.
Nice one, Dave. And that was a great. Arguably, that tournament kind of changed football in this country as well.
Yeah.
The public perception of football kind of shifted a little bit because of that tournament, I think.
That was a great tournament. The whole thing, Italia 90 was brilliant. The theme song, everything. The theme song, you know what I mean?
Here's the thing though, like that's kind of an accepted thing though, but I don't remember any other previous World Cup having something like that, having a immediately recognisable
sound.
Yeah,
it's exactly what it is. It just brings it all back, doesn't it? And that was a great tournament.
I still get goosebumps when I hear it. I still get goosebumps.
Some of the teams that played, there was even Cameroon, where it played out their ski, and you got Ireland. It was a great tournament, wasn't it?
Yeah.
West Germany, Holland game. God.
Yeah.
So that's why I picked that 1990. It's great. Great period.
Well,
good one.
I'm bending the rules slightly.
No, here we go. I've chosen a hockey kit.
The Chicago Bears away jersey.
Yeah, fair enough.
Specifically 86, 87 or 85, 86. Walter Payton, Super Bowl winning side. Because for me, it ignited something that I'd never seen before. Like you're both saying, it was it just when I think of that jersey, I think about when I first started getting into football and like latching on to Kev and his mates and just wanting to learn as much about it as I could. Like I'd seen it in like movies and on TV and stuff, but I've never really watched it. And then I just like a sponge, I just absorbed as much as I could from it. And that jersey symbolizes what I fell in love with. And it's a really cool looking kit as well.
Yeah.
Really cool looking kit.
Hold it up again.
You can allow me to have that?
Shut
Hold
up
again, Ben.
Let's have another look.
Again.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Classic.
Go back. GSH on the sleeve.
Nice.
Yeah, nice one.
Yeah, I guess that's football, wasn't it?
Yeah. If you're going to choose that, Ben, I thought you would have chosen the Patriots.
Oh, the Patriots 86 kit. But see, the Patriots 85, 86 kit is amazing as well.
Yeah.
Amazing kit.
So I'm going to choose that as an honourable mention then.
All right. Yeah. We're going into honourable mentions, yeah?
Well, let's put these in order and then do honourable mentions.
Oh, I don't know.
Who's voting first?
It's that
Amity.
Oh, nice.
That's Amity IPA.
Is that from that beer club thing?
Yeah.
I had to stop it. I don't drink enough. And it was really hard to cancel. God.
Yeah.
They wouldn't leave me alone. They're like, "Are you sure? We'll give it to you for free." And I was like, "No, it's not that I don't want. I'm just not drinking enough." So it's just, my fridge was full of them.
Yeah, mine's not. Becoming a problem.
Go on then. Who's going first? What order?
Oh, I don't know. I'd go my one, obviously, and then I'd probably go the Bears and then Argentina, just because it's Argentina.
Well, I think I'm going to go Argentina Bears England kit, because I slightly bent the rules a little bit.
Well, I'm going to agree.
Were either of those in a massive video? I don't think they were.
Yeah, the Super Bowl shuffle.
Ah! Damn it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kev.
Yeah, I'll agree with Ben.
Honourable mentions, Dave?
Oh, there's loads, isn't there?
Yeah.
So probably any of the AC Milan ones.
88, the 88 AC Milan kit.
Sampdoria, that was great.
Yeah.
I tell you what was really good. I'm just going to see if I can find a picture of it, because it was just nuts for a football kit. Mexico 98, maybe. You see that one? And it's got like the Aztec face on it and that.
Yeah.
That was nuts. That was so cool, though.
I was looking at some earlier. Tampa Bay Rowdies from like 78 to like 83 or something.
Right, if you're talking
amazing, like some of the MSL, like the what was it called before MSL?
Yeah, don't know.
Yeah.
The American League.
Oh, yeah,
like NA.
The Soccer World Series.
No, don't be facetious. You've been to a football match in America and we loved it.
Yeah, no, I am. I'm just saying.
It was one of the best atmospheres I've ever had at a football match.
Yeah, it was great. But typically they're not very good at naming their leagues, are
they? Yeah, that's true.
You go, look, this is one. The NASL.
NASL.
Colorado Carabao home kit. Oh my god. Look it up and I'll put a picture up on it. 1978. Colorado. It's got a little sashy bit. Oh. That was cool. Fiorentina.
Yeah.
92, 93.
What 7-Up one? Is that the 7-Up one?
Yeah, that was a great kit. Probably if you're talking NFL as well, the reason I really got into the Jets is that was just a classic.
That was a really cool kit.
Classic uniform, wasn't it?
Jets kits were always great. They're shit now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Most football jerseys, other than the Bears away jersey.
Yeah. The Chiefs kit's quite good.
Yeah, Chiefs kit.
Browns
kit's always good.
Yeah, the Browns kit. Apart from
they got the writing on the front now, haven't they?
Yeah.
I don't like the writing on the front.
No.
It looks cheap. It looks like it's from Next.
Yeah, like they got a job lot from Sainsbury's.
Yeah. It looks like those confused generic American sports tops you see in Primark.
There you go then.
All right.
So who won?
Talking about being more fluid. This week, I don't get.
Just a recap, who won? Argentina?
Yeah.
Argentina win. Nobody really wins.
No, they don't really, do they?
We're all losers, Dave.
On this week, I don't get, all you can eat buffets.
Tell us why, Ben.
Yeah.
I don't get them because it's confusing. It's confusing, and I've got no self-control or discipline or meal planning. So if I ever go to one of those places, I become overwhelmed, stuffed, and confused. I leave confused because my plate's got crispy duck on, a steak, maybe some pasta, some potato salad, probably 2 or 3 different types of potatoes. It's just confusing.
So you're,
and if you like, that's not what annoys me about it. What annoys me about those places is the gluttony. It's the greed of people will just pile and pile and pile food onto their plate, walk back, eat half of it, go and get some more, and it's like feeding time at the zoo. It's just people just lose all self-control. Now, like a Brazilian kind of like where they bring meat round, that I can do that. I've got self-control over that because it's brought to me. It's, would you like this is the lamb. No, I'm all right, thank you. And then I'll go back and I'll have some more, and maybe have some of the beef, maybe have some chicken or whatever. But with the buffet, they're so cavernous and loud, and there's like 300 people in there. It's too much. I can't do it. It
reminds me of a joke. One of the things I don't like about those places is the food is always pretty shit.
Yeah, and the food shit.
Right. So I was kind of reminded of that age-old joke. Well, the food here is terrible. I know, and such big portions.
Right.
Like it's why would you want to go somewhere and have really badly cooked food from around the world? Like, there's so many different dishes all cooked really badly and then left under a heat lamp. Help yourself. Like, why would you want that to be your dinner?
Yeah, experience? I don't want crispy fried duck and a rack of ribs on the same plate. It's
you don't have to have it on the same plate. You can.
Yeah, I understand that, but like I said, I've got no self-control and I can't organise myself.
10 different plates.
It's confusing. You shouldn't be able to get burritos and a chow mein in the same place.
So your beef is against an all-you-can-eat around the world in 80 foods type.
Yeah,
but if you're in,
I've got nothing. I've got
the
nothing
Pizza Hut
against,
buffet or
I've
the Brazilian
got nothing
one.
against. Well, like if people kind of do it in the right way, but you get people that just are so obnoxious with it. Well, I've paid for it, so I'm going to have it. But it's the amount of food that gets wasted that annoys me. It's like I get, because they
don't waste it; they just heat it up for the next day.
All the shit that's on the plate. People will pile shit on and just leave it on the table and then go and get some more. Right, that annoys me. Right, and it's not like a snobbery thing. Like I get that. It's an affordable option for families to go out and eat, and I would probably do it if I had more kids, because there's something the kids are going to eat, and I know that the kids are going to love the desserts and all of that. So that's not my beef with it. My beef with it is the amount of food that gets wasted. It's the shit ingredients, the mass-produced ingredients that are bought in fucking, ridiculously fucking cheap. Food like that shouldn't be that fucking cheap to produce. Do you know what I mean? You shouldn't be able to get that much meat for that little. It just feeds the fucking shitstorm that is food production, right? It's a symbol of
is it your issue with it? Is it an ethical one in terms of
but also, like you say, the food shit. The food shit.
So is it an issue of mass, like that kind of mass production? Is it?
I think do you know what it is? It's the kind of symbol of we've got so much of this that we can afford to just fucking waste
Shovel
it,
it.
you know?
Shovel it
Right.
into your own face. My issue with it is primarily, I completely get like it just feels weird that you can go, well, I'll have a chow mein to start, and then I might have a chicken korma as my main. You know,
Yeah.
there's something.
Yeah,
there's
don't
something
forget the
weird.
quesadilla. Don't forget the quesadilla.
Yeah.
amuse bouche.
There's something weird about the food changing like that. I get that, but my issue with it is it's just under a heat. You might as well go to Greg's, right? It's just under a heat lamp. It's not very well cooked, and there's never any vegetables.
Yeah.
You're basically eating meat and carbs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you don't do the
MSG.
carbs. Though.
MSG, yeah.
You don't do the carbs, though, do you? If you're a serious buffet eater, there's no carbs.
Well, it depends if you have a.
I mean, it's not even a question of like the gluttony side of things, because it is kind of, but like I've got nothing about like food challenges. I've got nothing wrong with that. If you want to spend £40 and not finish your dinner, cool, that's fine, right? If you want to spend 40 quid and get a steak the size of a fucking small child and conquer it, all right, cool, that's up to you, all right? But you know, there's something about seeing that much food being wasted and then people going back to get some more.
Yeah, and yeah.
I do like a breakfast buffet. Stayed in many a hotel. It's always a fun time.
I think that might be what kicked this off, actually, because I've stayed in a lot of hotels recently.
Some of them are so bad, aren't they? You go up and you lift up the lid.
I've been working away so much.
Boiled
with the
bacon.
pandemic, all the rules have changed with the buffet. Imagine going to a buffet now.
Well,
COVID.
that was going to be my next question. Was, do you think that sort of place in a post-COVID world, do you think that sort of place will still exist?
I certainly fucking hope not. If
Well,
the one good thing that's come out of COVID is the end of Cosmos or whatever that fucking shit fucking place is called.
Well, funnily enough, when you said you were going to talk about buffets, it came up. I was on my Twitter feed, I think, is news, and they've actually in America it's like massively declined because you can't have a buffet. You can't go up. People can't stand over the food now, right, and all of that.
Read on it, and
so it probably is going to be probably over.
What do you mean I can't dribble on the eggs anymore? What the fuck?
It's going to be. It'll be like the Brazilian places where they come to you, I'd imagine now. And you get your little red and...
Oh, I do like that though.
Yeah, I quite like that.
Because it's proper quality food, and it's in a restaurant, not in a canteen.
Yeah, so I don't get weekend buffets.
No, I completely understand. I don't. And particularly in the world, like we just said, the world we live in now, the thought of going up and getting some food that's been out for however long,
right?
A steady procession of people prodding it and breathing on it, and
it seems so kind of unhygienic, and
does now.
How we didn't see this before, I'll never know.
Yeah.
No, I've never really thought about it. I don't mind a Pizza Hut buffet. I used to like the Chinese buffet, but but I've done it for a long time actually.
I've been to Chinese restaurants that did like an all-you-can-eat menu, but it's in a nice restaurant with you're sat down and they bring.
They always get the duck, don't they, Kev? They always go for the duck, don't they? You've noticed that?
Yeah, because it's ace.
Yeah, it is nice, but save some for the rest of us. Sandra.
Yeah.
I know you've got a babysitter and you're out, but come on. Yeah. So buffets, I don't get them. I don't get
them either, Ben.
I'll be honest, I'm going to put it out there. This might be controversial. I'm not mad on the carvery either.
Oh, I think like all of these things, you got.
Is it that you can help yourself to everything else but the meat?
You go, yeah, exactly that. And you go and try.
The meat's it's because the meat's rationed out to you.
But I remember going to that one that was near me. You know where I mean. I remember coming out, and it was literally like that sketch from where Lee Evans said that you come out of Little Chef and you're speaking in grease bubbles. It was like that. I just come out of it, oh, never again, man. This is disgusting.
It's just people love it. Old people love a Carberry. A Toby Carberry. God, they can't get enough.
But like communal food, anyway, that's just a bizarre concept, really. Just like putting everything on display and going, right, there you go, help yourself. That's just a bizarre concept.
Yeah, but tapas, what about tapas? You like a tapas? That's exactly the same thing. So is it because there's smaller plates?
Yeah.
And you've been drinking red wine consistently for 3 hours.
And it's usually nicer cooked, or more nicely cooked.
Yeah, I don't know. We've had some pretty ropey tapas days out over the years.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, if you're talking the Tasca, then yes, absolutely.
Yeah, expensive as well.
No, but that's what. But that's different, right? So that's like getting something.
They're free little
that.
Little plates.
But you don't go up and help yourself to that, do you? You order it.
Yeah, that's true.
Order.
It's true. It comes to you. Yeah. I know.
It's not, and you choose to share it. It's not like.
I reckon that's what.
It's not like it's in a trough in the corner and you go and just.
All buffets will become that now. All buffets will become that now. It'll be a buffet, so. But you go in and order it, and then it's brought to you.
Be like, used to be, the old ushers in the cinema. I think got the things around there. More like hot dog vendors at a baseball game or something.
Bloody hell. That's just that's just aged you there, Ben, saying that. Remember when they used to come round with the ice creams at the start of a film? Bloody hell. Christ.
There we go. There we go.
Buffets, what do you think, everyone? Let us know. It's interact.
Talk to us, please.
Yeah, come on.
Everyone. Yeah, come on, everyone. All of you.
All of you.
Everyone.
Not all 4 of you can be busy.
Everyone. Yeah, Carly, let us know what you think.
I don't even think she listens to it anymore.
she snoozed. She like muted notifications.
Yeah, taking it off now. Yeah, no more.
What's next is our 3rd and final. And again, I don't understand this bit. I'll be honest.
We're gonna kill 2 people, 2 things. We're killing them off. We're erasing them. They don't exist anymore.
All right.
What
Madness.
are you going to save? You got to.
Okay. All right. Save one. We can only have one. It's Sophie's choice. Welcome to Sophie's choice.
Sophia's choice.
Come on. Welcome to Sophia's choice. Is it going to be mummy? Or is it
Go on, who's up? What are we doing this week?
We are doing movie soundtracks. Do you know what this reminds me of? You remember the Stand By Me montage when they're all talking around the campfire? And Vern goes, if I could only eat one food.
Yeah.
Cherry.
It's exactly that. It is exactly that.
Yeah, every time. Okay, yeah, movie soundtracks. And if you remember from last time, we chose Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Into the Wild.
Yeah.
And Quadrophenia.
Yay. So you can only save one.
All very good.
All
very good.
Deleted from Spotify after we've decided.
Yeah.
So last week we didn't mention Goodfellas at all, did we?
No, I don't think.
The whole episode without mentioning Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Right.
Bill's overdue.
Anyway, I'm going to go first on this one.
Go on, Dave.
Well, actually, no, let's just start discussing it first. So I think I could as great as it is a great soundtrack and to a great film. I could quite easily do away with Goodfellas soundtrack because I could probably listen to the songs on another film because a lot of them are used in other films. So you'd be able to hear it again. That's what I would think about Goodfellas.
But if you got rid of it, would these songs just disappear too?
No, just that soundtrack.
Okay.
I don't know actually.
No, you can't keep the songs but not have the soundtrack because that means that Goodfellas would have just been just talking.
So get rid of Goodfellas,
just talking.
Those songs don't exist anymore. So the argument for Goodfellas is it is a broad range of music, different styles, spanning, a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got much more variety in Goodfellas than you have the other two. That's the argument for it.
Yeah. Okay.
The argument for Into the Wild is if you got rid of it, Eddie Vedder wouldn't have made a ukulele album.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good ukulele player, though.
He is good. I was listening to it the other day, actually. Rise Up. It's great. Rise Up. It's a great song.
Anyway, Quadrophenia. See, that's a toughie, isn't it? That's tough.
Yeah.
That's harder.
That's much harder.
So for my reasoning was going to be that I could do away with Goodfellas just because probably half of those songs are on the other dozen mafia films that we all like and enjoy. Into the Wild, I could probably get rid of because you've still got Pearl Jam for me. So I would probably keep Quadrophenia.
So I like the logic. I think the logic of getting rid of Goodfellas is slightly flawed in that the songs would still exist. The idea is that those songs don't exist. The difference between Quadrophenia and Into the Wild and Goodfellas, Into the Wild and Quadrophenia were written for the film, although Quadrophenia existed before the film did, but
yeah,
it's all one thing, whereas Goodfellas is just a collection of songs.
Yeah.
Placed perfectly.
In the perfect movie, yeah.
In the perfect movie, yeah.
Okay. I'll go then. As much as I like the Into the Wild soundtrack, I watched the film recently, in fact. Like you, Dave, I think if that didn't exist, not sure it would impact my life very much. If I wanted to hear Eddie Vedder, there's still a million other ways you can hear Eddie Vedder.
Mm-hmm.
One other way, really, Belgium.
Yeah, but he does loads of other collaborations with people and writes other things, doesn't he? So you still hear his music in loads of other ways. Goodfellas, although it's perfectly placed music in the perfect movie, I wouldn't sit down and go, I'm going to put the Goodfellas album on. Because if you sat and just listened to that as an album, it would be a bit kind of disjointed because of the variation of it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah.
And I'm going to keep Quadrophenia just because of what it meant to me growing up, what the film meant to me, what the album meant to me growing up. I couldn't.
Yeah, but it's not the album; it's the soundtrack, isn't it?
It's exactly the same thing.
No, the soundtrack to the film is different to the album, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bar. What?
Bar. Random shit noises aren't going to save you now, Kev.
True.
No, the Quadrophenia soundtrack isn't the Quadrophenia album.
What's the Quadrophenia sound? What soundtrack?
If you remember, the Quadrophenia soundtrack was like it was what was it? What was that? Green Onions and load of 60s track, and then it had some Who songs on. I'm not talking about Quadrophenia the album.
No, it was Quadrophenia is like probably side 1, side 2 is the Who, and then it's the other tracks, isn't it? I know what you mean. Yeah.
I'm Googling now. Well, just because it's going to help me make my decision.
Okay.
Quadrophenia sound.
I'm pretty sure it's like 2 sides of on the vinyl I've got. I'm sure it's
so the first 2 sides of the soundtrack album are the Quadrophenia album, and then side 3 and 4 are Zoot Suit and High Heel Sneakers and there you go, Punk and the Godfather. So even so it's the Quadrophenia album and a collection of songs heard in the.
Good point, though. It's a good point, though. Yeah. If we're getting rid of Goodfellas on that basis, yes, I see where you're coming from. This is a tough one.
So I'd still keep Quadrophenia because
those songs
album encompasses it.
That means that you could never hear Atlantis by Donovan again.
Ooh. I could do without Layla, to be honest.
What, even the piano outro?
Yeah.
Do you know what? That album that comes off, the Derek and the Dominoes album, is fucking great. I know you guys will probably go, fucking Clapton. But honestly, it is a...
How would we go?
Fucking Clapton. It's really good because it's more Delaney and Bonnie and all of that, isn't it?
Layla and a collection of love songs or something.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, it's a really good album. Really good. It's probably his best album. Just even the piano outro, I've still heard Layla a million times. Lots of times.
Yeah, that's true.
Mind you, I probably haven't heard it as much as I've heard the Quadrophenia album. But I'd have to keep Quadrophenia. Just because it's got a great version of High Heel Sneakers on it as well.
Mm-hmm. It's good, isn't it?
So what's that, 2 for Quadrophenia, is it?
I think I would keep Quadrophenia.
I can't imagine Goodfellas with any other music in.
No.
So
I don't know though. I think you could. I think because those songs are they've become so generic in that genre of film though. A lot of those songs there's 2 or 3 songs that get played in the same movies over and over again to establish, we're in the 60s, you know.
Yeah. But then you could argue, like you say, you can't imagine Goodfellas without other music, but there is other music of that type that would...
I think you could slip something in there quite easily. You could do another Tony Bennett song or whatever, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Bags to bitches.
This is tough, actually.
It's really hard.
The more we're talking about it,
I think I'm going to say Goodfellas because I can't imagine Goodfellas not being as it is. I don't think it's just got the perfect mix of everything. It's the perfect script. It's the perfect directions.
But you're not judging the film; you're judging just the sound.
And it's the perfect choice of music for every scene that the music is played. It just works perfectly.
It does for the film, but you're not judging it as the whole package. You're judging just the soundtrack. So does the soundtrack stand up against the other two soundtracks?
Well, it won, didn't it? I'm pretty sure.
The other argument is, of course, that without the Quadrophenia album, there is no Quadrophenia movie. So,
did I freeze?
You did, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, we carried on.
I thought you might. Was I doing this?
We were just saying. What did we just say?
You're not judging.
I froze for about 40 seconds, and he was still talking at the end, so I probably have not missed much. No, I'm fine. I don't need to repeat. It's really boring to watch.
Yeah. You're not judging the complete package of Goodfellas and the you're judging the soundtrack as it stacks up against the other two.
All right. Okay. All right. Could you imagine Gimme Shelter never being written? Or Atlantis, or Layla, or Bells of St. Mary's.
All right. Think of it this way. Would you sit and put that soundtrack on as an album, start to finish, the way you would Into the Wild or Quadrophenia?
Yeah, I probably would.
Yeah,
I probably would.
I think I might. Now you said it. Particularly if you've got some people over. Oh.
And in this bit, Tommy wanks Billy Bats. More soup.
Oh my God. How does this turn out to be this hard?
This is really hard. This is why I don't like this round. I don't like this round.
I don't like making decisions.
No, it's not that I don't like making decisions.
You don't?
I would happily never watch Only Fools and Horses again. Could never imagine not listening to Love Reign Over Me or any of the other songs on the Quadrophenia.
Well, that's what I think.
Sorry, Dave.
I think we're being a bit silly that we're saying just because we've got rid of the soundtrack that the songs don't exist anymore. I think you got to just you're getting rid of that soundtrack. The songs will still be
there. That's fine. Well, if the songs still exist, then I'll just listen to them in a slightly different order on a playlist. If I can chuck them all in, I don't care.
And that was my point with Goodfellas. That was my point with Goodfellas originally. But
there has to be some jeopardy to getting rid of them. Otherwise, the whole thing's pointless. I'm still going with Goodfellas.
And you're sticking with Quadrophenia?
Yeah, I'm keeping Quadrophenia.
I'm gonna keep Goodfellas then. I'm gonna keep Goodfellas.
You'd rather listen to Layla for the 1,000th time.
Because it's the better soundtrack, isn't it? And that's why we voted it the best soundtrack when we did the soundtrack episode. Stop,
Idiots.
Wait, is you two debating it there?
I'm putting Quadrophenia on as soon as this is finished. I'm not going away with Quadrophenia album.
Alexa, Quadrophenia. No, the soundtrack.
Oh, that is brilliant. Oh wow.
You genuinely think Goodfellas is a better soundtrack than
I think Goodfellas is the best. Is the best soundtrack. And in fact, to prove that I think Goodfellas is the best soundtrack, there's documented video evidence available on YouTube. If you YouTube the Franklin and Allum Show, episode 3, we come to that decision. I think you'll find that you voted for it as well, didn't you?
Yeah,
probably. Yeah. But not against Quadrophenia.
It must have been.
Quadrophenia was my fucking choice in that episode as well.
They were the three finalists. They were the three finalists. And Goodfellas one.
I changed my mind. I'm allowed to change my mind.
You're allowed to change your mind. And
Yeah,
that's
of course you are.
prerogative.
You're allowed to change your mind.
Because you're getting rid of one soundtrack that you're never going to listen to again, and you've picked the one that you would
That's
listen
fine. You're allowed to change your mind, Kev. You did about Goebbels, so it's fine.
to. Anyway,
Right, go on then. I'm sticking with Quadrophenia. I'm happy with my choice.
after that, yeah, Quadrophenia. I'm going to go with Goodfellas then.
I'm going Goodfellas because it's Goodfellas. It's
Yeah. You talk me around.
Thank you for watching. To summarize, somebody else did the
So what we went through today was our top 3 football kits. Argentina came out the surprise victors.
Yay.
Ben doesn't get all you can eat buffets.
I don't get it.
Don't get it.
I don't get it either, Ben.
And when you think about it, I don't think anyone gets it, really, if you think about it. It's all fun and games until someone goes to the buffet.
Yep.
And then we got...
It's so fun.
And then
we had a great time until we got to the buffet.
And then we saved Goodfellas from our top 3 soundtracks.
They didn't need us saving. That would have been all right.
No, I was easily persuaded by Ben there.
Yeah, no, you would have been. A couple of guys would have come round. Smacked you upside your head.
Yeah, so there you go. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Like and subscribe and comment and share and go on. Someone like us. Go on.
Can't believe it's somebody like us.
I'll leave you to sign off, Ben.
See you later.
Laters.
See you later. Bye.